gentlemen, I tell you what, it is a beautiful, wonderful evening. I can't wait to get this show started off. Happy Monday. This is the beginning of the week for most of us. This is the beginning of the week. This is the beginning of the roast of my new edge and my new receding hairline. I can't thank you enough so much for supporting the show, for continuing to watch the show, for continuing to subscribe, for spreading the news, all the emails. I'm getting ready to respond to people. If you want to do collaborations, I'm going to respond to those collaborations as well tonight. Look, we got a lot to talk about. We are going to be talking about T.I. This is a flash warning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go ahead and go right back to it. That's a flash warning, and I put flash warning in the title because the video that you just saw a second ago, the camera people are taking pictures, and so those flashes are shining on the screen. I just wanted to make sure that before we went ahead and go to that footage and things like that throughout the rest of the stream that I address it, and so that's in the title as well. That's what that flash trigger warning means in the title. It doesn't mean anything crazy is going to happen on this particular stream, and I want to go ahead and give a preface as well to this. All right, this is all alleged information. I'm just simply going to be regurgitating the information that I've seen online to present to you as far as this T.I. and Tiny case goes and the defense of the none other late and great Kevin Samuels, who we're going to be talking about today. Now, let's go ahead and get into the show. Let's go ahead and get started. If you can, before we can, I'd really appreciate any contributions that you might have. If you feel like this show is entertaining to you and you want to keep it on the airwaves, you want to go ahead and help me invest in new equipment that I do need so I can get a lot more different camera angles and a lot more intensive type of programming that I'm trying to do, and to have do podcasts, then make sure that you donate to the Cash App or the PayPal. You'll see the links in the chat box while we're actually watching this. The Stream Element bot will continue to put that link up every 7 minutes, and you can see it on the screen directly in front of you as well. Cash App is the best, most clear, concise, and efficient way to get the money to us and to me at the channel to make sure that we can keep this content going sustainably and lucratively for all of us. All right, now let's go back to this, okay? Before we do that, you know we have to start with our national days of the day today. I want to appreciate everybody for joining us on this wonderful Monday evening. We started on time, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. We're almost back to the old days, if you can believe that, right? Today is National Mimosa Day. Mimosas are actually delicious. I'm not going to lie. I really do enjoy mimosas. Bike to work week. Some people do that naturally, and some people do that because they live in a city that can afford them that luxury to bike to work. Make no mistake, that is a luxury. It's National American Craft Beer Week. We're all trying to get a little turned up, it seems like. Well, in the essence of, I guess, or in the after spirit of Cinco de Mayo, we're following up a few weeks afterwards. We're here May 16th through the 22nd. If you can find a National American Craft Beer, then you can go ahead and try it out. Let me know how it was. Email me at the THT, thehonestTruthYT@gmail.com. It's Buddha Purnama. It's May 16th. Buddha Purnama is on May 16th this year. It's an India Nepalese holiday on 19th, which signifies that May has 2 full moon days and that the Buddhist and the Hindar lunar calendars can be interpreted differently. It's also Drawing Day, National Barbecue Day, National Biographers Day, National Coquille St. Jacques Day, National Do Something Good for Your Neighbor Day, National Honor Your LGBT. Let me tell you something. I saw 2 pit bulls on the street the other day, right? And I told you all the story already. I found and chased the pit bulls down. One of them had the number on the collar. I found her. She was still a little bit high off of some kind of drugs. I suppose it was an amphetamine of sorts, but she seemed to really like and appreciate me bringing back the dogs. If I do see the dog again, though, I can tell you that it is definitely going to be riding with me. A horrific story that we have coming out of Buckhead, ladies and gentlemen, to kind of follow up on all the tragedies that we've been listening to. Let's go ahead and tune in.
Facing charges after he allegedly pretended to be an off-duty officer and followed a rideshare driver, causing her to crash. Police say he scared her so badly she ended up shooting him, fearing what would happen next. Brittany Kleinpeter explains why the woman's actions could be seen as self-defense.
11 Alive was on scene early this morning after the rideshare driver crashed near this Target on Peachtree in Buckhead and shot Tyreek Wiggins Younger, who was allegedly following her. Police say the situation started several miles away when the rideshare driver dropped off a passenger on Cheshire Bridge Road, and Wiggins Younger tried to block her in with his car. She drove off, but he allegedly kept following her until she crashed. Wow. Police say Wiggins Younger then walked up to her car and claimed he was an off-duty officer making a traffic stop. That's when they say she shot him.
I do believe the person in the dark-colored vehicle was scared and actually just trying to get away from this person.
The woman wasn't hurt, but Wiggins Younger was taken to the hospital, where he was last listed in stable condition. He's facing charges of aggravated assault and impersonating a police officer. Police say they're investigating the woman's actions as self-defense. 11 Alive's legal analyst Paige Pate says Georgia's Stand Your Ground law allows you to use deadly force if you believe it will stop someone from harm.
Ladies, I can't make this sufficiently clear enough to you. There's nothing to be scared of when it comes to firearms, okay? It's a much more fear-inducing to be on the opposite end of a barrel than it is to be behind the barrel. Thank God this woman had a firearm to protect her. Let's listen to the rest of this case because this is a wild one. Most people, including myself, might have been got by this. He was impersonating a police officer. My God.
Georgia law allows a person to use deadly force to defend themselves in their home, in their car, even on the street, if they are confronted by someone they believe is about to cause them harm. They do not have to retreat. They do not have to get in their car and drive off.
Ladies and gentlemen, you live one time. That's all I'm going to say as far as that. If you don't take your life seriously, then who is going to, okay? I can keep reminding you. Thank you for the Cash App donation for whoever sent that. I can keep reminding you of these stories all day long. That story is absolutely insane. While we're listening to it, not even listening to it, I'm just going to kind of show and just talk about this again. She got followed, okay? She got followed. She was doing Uber as a ride share. If you're already doing Uber or Lyft, ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls alike, you need to have a pistol in the car with you. If you are not in a city or a state where you can't have a pistol, you need to move to a city or state where you can have a pistol in the car with you, okay? Because these things happen and are not reported a lot. Also, it's not reported how often pistols actually save a life. Look at how far she was followed. I can't tell the actual mileage, but it looks like it was a good amount of time before she crashed, and then he walked up to her car saying he was a police officer. No questions asked. Get to firing now, and let's ask questions later. I love the spirit. We make sure we handle everything legally, but gosh dang it, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Susan at YouTube, I do not advocate for violence. Do not carry out violence in your communities, ladies and gentlemen, but please make sure that you're not also a victim of the violence that we so talk about every 5.5 hours or less at this point, okay? Let's start to become realistic and let's start to use the minds that God gave us. It's good to pray. I understand you might be religious and we have things that protect us, but let's go ahead and use the brains that God gave us to protect ourselves as well, right? This story comes to us from the Empress, who covered this a while ago. This is talking about T.I. and Tiny. Now, why am I talking about this today? Well, T.I. went on to defend Kevin Samuels. That's right. T.I. went on to defend Kevin Samuels. T.I. and Tiny have somewhat of a colorful past, if you'd ask me. And I understand that we all have a history. I understand that we all have things that we've done that we might not be exactly proud of. And when you're on a public platform, in a public stage, in the public environment, in a public arena, those small slights that you have are then magnified to such a level that it would be really almost incomprehensible for the normal average person, or the normie, as my sisters used to say, to really fathom the emotional burden that their lives would be under. Once again, flash trigger warnings. So that's T.I. and Tiny. They were going to visit a club right there. The video footage that I took that from was from a YouTube channel in the description box below, so shout out to them for that footage. But we want to go ahead and get to the crux of it. So why did they defend, or why did T.I. feel the need to defend Kevin Samuels? Well, let's go ahead and once again assess the situation of the Kevin Samuels thing. And we're not going to ride on Kevin Samuels too much at this point because I know that we're already kind of covered that. But this is once again a trending topic. T.I. is married to Tiny, of course, and they have children and they have a lot of other things, but their relationship does have a few other aspects of it that I think most people aren't quite as familiar of. Now, we're going to talk about some of those other aspects. This is the Impressive channel. Impressive covered this channel. I covered this story a good amount of time ago, and it was an interesting story when she did it. As a matter of fact, it was more than a year ago, January 29th, 2021. The title of this video was T.I. and Tiny's Dark Secrets Exposed. Tiny's BFF Shakina goes off on Sabrina Peterson. Now, they're all kind of in this circle from what I read and from what I understood. And from what I can see, allegedly, from what the internet has been saying in the gossip channel, this is the messiest stream I've ever had in my life. Grown man talking about this, but here we are. This is where I found myself. So this is pretty much what I've collected. Now, this is still pertinent information, but I know this is getting a bit messy. So bear with me in the messiness, y'all. They were in, allegedly, a pretty much a dating circle with T.I. And I'm going to look at some of y'all's comments here. This is all allegedly. I'm not confirming this. Thank you, Okiana, for being in the building. Okiana with the $20 super chat. She's getting us started off right, ladies and gentlemen. Okiana with the $20 super chat. I appreciate that donation, Okiana. And so she essentially was a part of not necessarily a love affair or love group or things like that, but I'm not going to even say too much. Just know that they are purporting themselves to be friends online, but I think it was something deeper offline, allegedly. That's what I've been reading.
Listen to a woman when she's going crazy and crying about her relationship. The only thing I knew is that my friend was going through X, Y, and Z, and I jumped the in like the dumb I was. When he was arrested, that one silver revolver with the long nose on it was the gun that he put to my head, screaming, "Bitch, I'll kill you, bitch, I'll kill you."
All right, so let's stop that there. This is all right. We got a lot to talk about tonight, okay? This is point number one we have. point number one of an issue that we have tonight with T.I. and Tiny. He put a gun to her head allegedly. This is what she's saying because of a fight that she got in with, once again, I said, and I mentioned a few seconds ago, they do have allegedly some sort of circle. We're going to get into a lot of information, a lot of investigations. Let's listen to what Impressive had to say kind of leading into this. Let's check it out.
Good uncle. And Tiny said in her caption, hold up, so you want your abuser to train your sons? He was just uncle 2 years ago. Now, when did you say my husband assaulted you? Did you change your mind or change it back? What's up with you today, Pooh? I'm confused. Stop harassing my family. You strange. Everybody know you've been special. Face slicing seminar lady. Please get help, but leave us alone. Now, Sabrina went on Instagram Live and she clapped back at Tiny. And
all right, so she clapped back, and that's where we are now. All right, now stay with me. Stay with me. This gets very interesting. All right. The next allegation that Sabrina had would be this. Wait, what? Sabrina Peterson, the girl that you saw in the video a few seconds ago, accused T.I. of hiring a hitman to kill her for $25,000. That was posted June 22nd, 2021, but it was alleged that she talked about this a bit earlier. That's T.I. and Tiny once again. There, look at them, looking so sweet. Oh, we're in love. Over the past several months, Sabrina Peterson has made some very shocking allegations against rapper T.I. and the wife Tiny Harris, but things are getting a bit more even twisted with the new allegations after accusing, my goodness, the star of pulling a gun out on her and of sensually abusing her over a dozen women. We'll get to that part in a second. Peterson is now alleging that the Trap King tried to hire a hitman to have her offed. Not only that, Sabrina said that the supposed hitman told her this information himself. Now, this video you're seeing, or this link that you're seeing, has been taken away, all right? That link's been removed, right? So if we actually click this link, I have to do everything with off the camera because I don't know what's actually going to happen. If we actually click this link, this is what you see here, all right? Sorry, this page isn't available anymore. Now, this page was taken down, or that video was taken down from Sabrina Peterson's page, which means that either she decided to remove it herself or she felt that there was no need to talk about that or have that video up anymore. Let's get back to this news article. I know it seems like it doesn't make sense, but in recent interview with Hollywood Unlocked, Sabrina shares the new accusations. The former friend of T.I.'s wife, Tiny, started off describing another alleged woman claimed that T.I. pulled a gun on her. Now, I want to say and preface this, a lot of people think that this woman's lying. I read a lot of different comments and a ton of people think that she's lying, but I want to also give a clear, concise reasoning for why I decided to cover this, and that's because that if there are a lot of smoky allegations, in my opinion, sometimes there needs to be a deeper revelationary look. Unfortunately, we're going to see that didn't happen in this particular case and situation. Why? Stick around. Now, she gives an explanation of, once again, shout out to T.I., you know, everybody doing so good. She gives an explanation of some stuff that went on here, and I'm going to play her talking about this particular situation because a lot of people felt like when they saw her talking about this that they were like, oh, she's automatically lying. There's no way she's telling the truth.
The first victim also had a child. And she was, now this is allegedly, I wasn't there for this, right? So the first victim allegedly was, had the same gun that was pulled on me. Her 3 children were forced in the closet at gunpoint with this same, she described the same gun.
From T.I.?
Yeah, she described the same exact gun. There's no way that this woman would be able to vividly describe this gun unless she actually seen this very gun. Like it's like it's not.
Because you didn't know her and you hadn't talked to her.
And I never described the gun. You know, I never said, oh, he put.
All right, let's pause it here. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, did she just say that T.I. took one of his old girls and then forced the 3 kids into the closet and then held another woman at gun? Yeah, that is what she said here. All right, that is what she said here. Yeah, hey, that's Fox Soul, the same person that hosts some Cynthia G, right? Hey, Fox Soul, what do you know? All things coming for a second.
Put a silver long-nosed revolver, all chrome gun to my head, which if you look at the pictures of the guns they confiscated, that was, I'm saying, that was one of the ones that was on the table. So for her to be able to vividly say this, you know, and you know, and for me, you know, for me to have an 8-year-old that I'm saying that's now being victimized and put on Front Street, you know what I'm saying, with lies.
So that triggered her.
Yeah, that triggered her, and she.
All right, so that's a little bit of her story. Take it for what you will. I'm just trying to be transparent. I'm just presenting my research. I don't want T.I. Hustleman trying to sue me, so I'm presenting fair both sides as I go forward with this. But stick around. All right. Now, T.I. responded. Let's listen to what T.I. had to say here before we get to some legal beagle stuff. All right. Let's listen to this.
I don't mind sharing it. You see, if a person does not have any right to criminally or civilly have you in court, they have no right. The best thing they could do is get you for a defamation. A defamation suit. Drag you in court. Make you pay their legal bills. But get you in court. Now, I mean, at this point, man, this is the point where that don't even matter to me no more, okay? But that's the motive, that's the strategy, that's the intention. Say a whole bunch of...
All right, so that's her intention. She's got a defamation case right now. Now, I'll explain why he's saying that right now, but let's fast forward this.
People with evil intentions have no gender. A threat comes in all shapes and sizes.
All right, now he said this a few seconds ago before he said that.
Deserve to be heard.
All right, hold on.
Fortunately, right now, it doesn't matter as much what they can prove you did.
Right.
It matters what you could prove you didn't. You know what I mean? And that's just an unfortunate place that our society has made it to. But I want to be clear about one thing. Women who have been victimized deserve to be heard. Women, black women in particular, should be supported, protected, defended, and uplifted.
All right.
However, evil has no gender.
I should have paused it right there. Okay, I missed my cue. All right, so T.I. said that the black women need to be protected. They need to be. Now, listen, T.I. has become an influential figure in the hip-hop community, ladies and gentlemen. T.I. has become a major figure in the hip-hop community. Now, T.I. obviously, he has a colorful background. He's done things and things like that. He's a rapper. He's from the streets. He's made a good amount of money, and now he seeks to be, a guy that a lot of people publicly look at and say, wow, and we clap for T.I. and this, and that. He's got the perfect family. They got the reality show. He doesn't really have any stains on him for the most part. So to have these types of allegations then were really, 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 really major. And so I just thought, you know what? Okay, there's already been a situation that was similar to this. I'm not going to talk about the Steen or anything like that because that's way over my paycheck grade right now. It's way over our YouTube channel. I'm not going to get that crazy, right? But it was fascinating to me. And so I decided to just do a little bit of research into this defamation case. What is defamation that T.I. is talking about? And why did she decide to open a defamation case? T.I. said, well, he can't do anything to me criminally. She can't do anything to me civilly. She can't do anything or anything like that. Now, I know you came for the Kevin Samuels revelation, but we're slowly kind of drifting away from the Kevin Samuels thing and just kind of tying in the same conversation. So stick with me. But I know that she can't do anything to me criminally. Well, how's that possible? How is it that she was able to say that T.I. did this, that, and then nothing happened criminally? Well, this is how it actually happened. Now, all the allegations and assaults versus T.I. and Tiny. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. In May, the Los Angeles Police Department announced that T.I. Clifford Harris and his wife Tamika Tiny Harris were under investigation following multiple allegations of sexual assault against the two men. The investigations, which focused on an alleged incident from 2005, came after months of accusations from at least 30 people, 17 of whom came forward in March to press charges. 17 of whom came forward in March to press charges, okay? Per their lawyer, the victims have accused the couple of varying degrees of sensual abuse, drugging, and harassment, allegedly, okay? Now, prosecutors have shared that they will not be pressing charges against the couple, citing that the expired statute of limitations as their reason for not going forward. Prosecutors have shared they will not be pressing charges against the couple, citing that the expired statute of limitations as the reason. Now, take that for what you will. Statute of limitations, for those of you who don't know, is a clause that says if a law is broken and it's not actually investigated within X amount of years, then the statute of limitations say that we cannot and we're not going to investigate it any further because it's too many resources to pour into actually figuring out what happened. A lot of the time, the people don't live at the same cities or at the same addresses, so to try and investigate something after 15 years is a lot of painstaking effort for a lot of police divisions who are already swamped with enough to do by themselves, like to keep up with the current cases, let alone something that happened 15 years ago. So that's what statute of limitations is, and that's what happened in this particular case. Now, obviously, we've heard about other cases where women are really scared to come forward because they just don't feel like they'll have that much of a voice. As a matter of fact, gosh dang it, we've heard about women that are trying to go against the abuse that happens on your favorite content creators, and they try and make a voice against and try and plight for their lives on Cynthia G's panel while Nyla says and Taz are whipping them to shreds. And I know some of y'all love Cynthia G. I get it. Jesus Christ almighty. I understand, okay? I get the emails. Stop emailing me. I get it, okay? I get it. If I make a video, we'll just have to agree to disagree and then just stop emailing me, okay? But I get that some of y'all don't like, whatever it might be and this and that, right? I get it. I don't even know what I was trying to say at this point because here comes more emails. Now, all right, statute of limitations, okay? Sometimes when this is a type of thing where, once again, I want to talk about what I saw in my own independent research, okay? What I saw in my own independent research suggested that there were dates that happened allegedly that T.I. and Tiny went on. And I saw actual writing from people, and I'm going to show you the screenshots in 1 second, from people that said that, oh, yeah, well, we understand this has been happening a lot, okay? So let's go back to this. The couple denied the allegations, with T.I. posting an 8-minute Instagram video calling the accusations egregious. Peterson has since filed a defamation claim against the couple, claiming that their public denial of the allegations she put forth has led to harassment and threatening messages from people who support the couple. Now, obviously, we know that the threatening messages is pretty serious, and we know that that's real because Taz and Nyla had people showing up to my job. So we know that that's serious, right? A few months later, 11 more alleged victims came forward. Now, listen here, ladies and gentlemen, all right? I'm not saying anything, but if 11 people are coming forward, that's a good amount of people, okay? On March 1st, attorney Tyrone A. Blackburn held a video conference detailing allegations against the couple on behalf of 11 people he represents. Everybody's lying, possibly. That's a possibility. The alleged incidents, which spanned from 2005 to 2018, I don't know how that's beyond the statute of limitations, include sexual drugging. Okay, I'm just gonna. This is demonetized. RAPE, sensual abuse, thugging, but with the DR in front of it, napping with kids, and oh geez, that sounds even worse. Jesus, give myself the freaking. I don't even have like a fail sign. I need like a boo sign. That was trash, dude. Oh my God. False imprisonment, intimidation, assault, and harassment. A report from the Daily Beast, stick with us, ladies and gentlemen, a report from the Daily Beast details the accounts of the two victims, both of who are represented by Blackburn. In 2005, one unnamed woman claims T.I. and Tiny invited her to their hotel room after meeting the couple at the Los Angeles club. She says that the rapper suggested the three of them freshen up, in quotations, moving to the bathroom where Tiny removed the woman's clothing. According to the victim, what proceeded was a series of coerced massages and unwanted touchings, including T.I. sensually assaulting the woman with his foot. What the hell?
This is Sparta!
That's the perfect soundbite. That's the perfect soundbite for that clip. That's literally the perfect soundbite for that clip. That was amazing. That was incredible. The second woman, Rachel Jenks, filed a police report in Nevada after a similar incident occurred in 2010. The report obtained by the Daily Beast claims Jenks was drugged and forced to have sensual relations with T.I. and multiple women over the course of multiple days in cities including L.A., Los Angeles, and Miami. In letters obtained by Vulture to state officials in Georgia and California, Blackburn wrote that over, quote, 30 women have contacted his office with eerily, quote, similar events of sexual abuse, forced ingestion of illegal narcotics, kidnapping, terroristic threats, and false imprisonment? All right, now, as the old saying goes, and as the old saying has been said before, typically where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm not saying there's fire. I'm just saying that this is a lot of smoke. It's a good amount of smoke. It's a family reunion barbecue in this mug right now, to be honest with you. For all the wrong reasons. And all the wrong people, all the uncles you didn't want to come to the family barbecue, they showed up. They're here. Blackburn's office didn't respond to the cuts for Request for comment. A few days later, 6 more alleged victims came forward. Jesus, what are we at, 40 victims right now? We'll get to him later. Following the March 1st announcement, the Daily Beast reported that 6 additional victims had come forward to press charges. One woman claimed she was 17 when she first met the couple. Coach Greg Adams, we'll talk about him in a little bit. Per her account, Tiny gave her drinks and pills that made her, quote, feel hot and sweaty. She says she then passed out and woke up the next morning, quote, naked on a bed, bleeding from her private parts, quote, and felt discomfort in her backside. Okay, this is taking a serious turn. Let's go ahead and go forward on that one a little bit. In May, the LAPD confirmed it would be investigating the allegations. On May 17th, the LAPD confirmed they opened an investigation regarding the dozens of sensual allegations. Let's fast forward this. I'm not going to bore you with too much more of that. It ended up just kind of whatever. Now the LAPD said they will not be charging the couple. As of September 16th, the LAPD 2021 case against T.I. and Tiny has been closed. In court documents obtained by Vulture, prosecutors cited that the expired statute of limitations as the reason for declining to press charges. Quote, the alleged incident occurred in 2005. California statute of limitations on sexual abuse is 10 years. Quote, without the strengths and weaknesses of the evidence being evaluated, quote, the documents read, quote, the case is declined due to expiration. Let me read that again, all right? Now, I see they're talking about one case in 2005. I know other people were brought forward. I don't know if they actually went legally to file a case against them. I don't know what exactly happened, but just for the sake of this case alone, right? Just for the sake of this case alone, it wasn't prosecuted, right? Because of it happening in 2005 or one incident happening in 2005. That's not even the most interesting part. The most interesting part that it says, without the strengths and weaknesses of the evidence being evaluated, the documents read, the case is declined due to expiration. So they pretty much said, listen, we don't give a damn about the evidence right now or what y'all might be saying because y'all came too late. That's pretty much what the LAPD said. They were like, y'all came too late. Now, it's no secret that I'm not going to say that. Let me just say that California, I tried living there for a long time, and I quickly realized that it's a place built for people like you gotta have money to be there. As a matter of fact, even to have a firearm, you have to go through these like special applications to get a firearm and stuff like that, and it costs a ton of money to get a firearm. In LA County, like outside of LA, you can get a firearm and stuff like that. So who knows what's going on there? I'm not insinuating anything. I have no idea what's going on there. They just said that it was past the case. We appreciate the DA. They followed off with saying this. We appreciate the DA's careful review of the case and are grateful to be able to put the matter behind us. That's what T.I., as I think the attorney said, all right? Responding to the news that the couple would not be charged, the attorney for the victim said this. This does not vindicate Clifford Harris and Tiny Harris from the act of raping and drugging Jane Doe. It only amplifies the need to do away with the statute of limitations. So that is where we are at this point, but don't worry, we have not left off because the story continues to get a bit crazier. In response to the couple not being actually formally charged because of the statute of limitations, regardless or irrespective of how many people actually came forward, because of the overwhelming support that they had in the public, and yes, you're very right. You're very, very, very right. The public, just like they support a lot of content creators simply because they have such a miraculously large name and fan base and following, and they're super talented and they're able to rap and say the things that you like to hear on the radio and on your YouTube, because they were so magnificently magnificent, everybody supports T.I., and a lot of people claim that the woman is lying. Now, ultimately, to be completely frank and honest with you, we're never going to know if the woman's lying. We're never going to know who ultimately is right or wrong in this situation, because obviously T.I. is going to deny this, but I have seen a lot of evidence suggesting, and you can see this for yourself. I don't have the links pulled up right now. Let me go ahead and try to find the links, because I have so many notes right now. So let me just go ahead and clue you in. If we're coming in on the time span, here we are, okay? March 2021. Oh, here are all my links. Jesus. Man, this is so hard to do by yourself, but one day I'm going to have people to do this for me. March 2021. Screenshot. T.I. and Tiny sued. All right, that was March 2021. Let me see if this has some of the evidence here. That's the picture of T.I. actually with the woman's sons, right? Sons. I didn't mean to even show that. Try not to show kids, but. All right, let me see 1 second. There was something very interesting, and I'm not going to, I don't want to say it without me actually presenting the screenshots of it. We're not going to be able to find it right now. Anyways, that was March 2021. We're fast forwarding in our time little thing right now. May 2021, the investigation began. All right, here's where we got some interesting stuff. All right, People Magazine kept a pretty crazy record of this. I'm going to look at y'all's comments also in 1 second, all right? Now, another allegation, more allegations, things like that. Why am I talking about them and Kevin Samuels? Well, you'll hear in 1 second. T.I. and Tiny have denied allegations of sexual assault in the past. Earlier this year, a woman alleged on Instagram. So she just went to Instagram, and I think a lot of women just went online. I don't know if they formally did it. Maybe it's fake if they don't actually go to the cops and do it. I don't know if none of them did it. I have no idea, right? No idea. Okay, so nothing really there. The individual claims from his clients reportedly include allegations of being coerced by Tiny to ingest drugs or being unknowingly administered drugs to impair the victim's ability to consent to, quote, consensual. Okay, so I think we just read that. All right, so having said all that, that's what's been going on. And at this point, let me just go ahead and show you one last other crazy aspect, okay? They dismissed the sexual assault cases. But you know what they didn't dismiss? The judge has not dismissed the defamation case. Now, this is where things get really legal crazy. This is where things get really legal crazy. So the judge has decided not to dismiss the defamation case that Sabrina Peterson has put on Tiny and T.I. for claiming that she was assaulted by T.I. or had the gun drawn on her by T.I. The judge, as a matter of fact, backed up in that defamation case by saying that he sees that she might actually have viable testimony in that case. And so the defamation case is still going. But once again, I went ahead and tried to find anything about the case on Sabrina's profile, and there was nothing on her profile about it. Now, here's the news article discussing the dismissal of one case, but not the dismissal of the defamation case. T.I. and Tiny's motion to dismiss defamation lawsuit denied by the judge. Now, if a judge denies your defamation lawsuit, then that means that there might be, or the judge is at least potentially interested in hearing what they had to say. It said T.I. and Tiny Harris suffered a blow in court when they were denied that whatever they were getting. The public defamation via statements posted on social media after she put T.I. on blast for allegedly holding her at gunpoint. Peterson claimed that T.I. pointed a gun at her face and threatened her life after a minor argument. Now, I looked at that video, y'all. I didn't see much lying in that video from her eyes. Maybe she is lying. We can't tell. We'll never know at this point because, once again, there's nothing on her social media profiles. And let me try and find her profile really quickly because she's got an interesting profile. I think this is actually her profile, Hollywood Unlocked. Or maybe it's not. Let me see. Oh, no. Okay, this is it right here. Sabrina Peterson. Yo, is my internet working? What the heck? Hold up. I'm just trying to make sure my internet's freaking working right now. Okay. I think it is. What the heck? All right, so I guess Instagram's just down right now, dude. Okay, Instagram's back up. Yo, okay, so I can't even find really Sabrina's profile like that right now. I don't know if I'll be able to find hers. But there's nothing on her profile indicating anything in regards to this happening, right? But once again, going back to the defamation, the judge said that I want to hear about the defamation. I want to see what's going on. All right? More pictures. Tiny called Peterson strains on social media. Quote, everybody know you've been special, right? He also noted that Peterson had a shady rep and is a convicted felon. Well, T.I., I don't know if that's the best, really thing that you can say or get, that's not the best excuse you can use to not trust somebody because T.I. is also a convicted felon, right? So take that for what you will. But we can all look at T.I.'s record and pretty much see that, he's not squeaky clean either. All right. So Let's get to what T.I. had to say about Kevin now, okay? Let's get to what T.I. had to say about Kevin. Let's get to what T.I. had to say about Kevin. Make sure you like the video, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you like the video. Make sure we like the video. All right, let's see. I think this is it right here. This is his heated response. His heated response. Brought to you by 9mag TV. Brought to you by 9mag TV.
Once we have been relieved from our bodies, my man. Once we've been relieved from our bodies, everything that happened on earth, that shit don't matter no more. So everybody feeling like...
That bell is super annoying. Hold on. I think there's like another part in this video. That bell is crazy though. All right, hold on. We're going to find another video because I don't know if I can do that bell. Plus the audio is trash too. Let's see. All right, here we go. I think this is the video I was looking for. This is a shorter one too. He just comes in real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
All right. Let's check this out.
A travesty of justice. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I ain't gonna let y'all bully this dead man. We're gonna let this man rest in peace. Whatever he did it and he gone. He got away with it. Fuck you. That's between him and God. Him and the Lord gonna have to deal with it. You ain't got no heaven or no hell to put him in. So I wanna see when the fuck wanna say something to me while I'm still alive. And one of you motherfuckers. Who is you? What the fuck going on? What's your name?
Hello?
Yeah, what's up? What's your name?
Can you see me?
I can see you. Can you see me?
Yes. I don't have nothing to say. I just tuned in. I'm in Jamaica kicking it.
Oh,
Sitting in
okay.
my
But see,
room.
look.
Somebody left a comment that said, y'all treating this nigga like Martin Luther King. Yo. And that's kind of true. Okay, so that's the T.I. defending Kevin right there, right? That's T.I. defending Kevin. T.I. feels like if Kevin got away with whatever happens on this earth, whatever anybody does on this earth, once you die, you should not be held accountable for it anymore. Once you die, we shouldn't have the right or the ability to talk about it anymore. It should be over with. It should be dead. It should be dead and it should be done, right? That's how T.I. feels. Coffee Adams, hold on. Coffee Adams said, I'm sick of him. He talks too much. He thinks he's highly intelligent, but he's stupid. Dude. Tennille, oh, we have super chats, y'all. We have super chats. Oh, I appreciate everybody in the building for super chatting and donating. Tennille says, new subscriber, love the show. Tennille, it's so good to see you and it's so good to have you as a part of the show. Honey Dukes said, nice hair, THT. I appreciate that. Hello Hey says, I didn't get a notification. Yeah, it seems like my notifications have been just really wonky. Most people don't get them. Yo, I got somebody that told me that they got a notification like 9 days later for a live stream. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's crazy. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for our mods for being in the building as well. We have Diana Prince modding in the building right now. Organic Black, definitely modding in the building right now. Okiana came through with, I think, another $20 super chat. I believe that's a second super chat, so I appreciate Okiana for another $20 super chat. That's it right there. I appreciate y'all supporting the channel and for keeping the stream going, even though we're a little small in our viewers right now. Not as much drama and things like that going down, but we're able to still have this stream happen and go forward because of y'all's support. So I'm going to keep on and keep this stream going. We're also going to open up Zoom. If you want to hop on to Zoom, I'm tripping. Zoom. If you want to hop on to Zoom and kind of give your experience or give your opinion on this entire T.I. and Tiny Harris situation, what do you think is really going on? Do you think that there's smoke and fire? Do you think that maybe I'm just making a story and reaching for something at this point? I got somebody and they were like, yo, I saw in the comments that, you know, people were like, oh, y'all reaching, y'all this, and somebody else's video, not my video, but they were like, y'all reaching. They're just trying to obviously get money from T.I. They're trying to get money. They're trying to get this. They're trying to get that. But once again, I don't know if all the women went down to verify those stories or if all the women went to police or what the entire case was, but it seemed like all communication from the case and all updates just dropped off after September 26, 2021. There's nothing else on the internet. I don't know if people got paid. I don't know what's going on at this point, but I don't know. That's a lot of stuff to just kind of fall out of nowhere. I mean, now people will be like, well, obviously it wasn't true if it just happened like that. If a judge once again decides that no, I'm gonna continue for this, I'm gonna let this defamation case go through, that's pretty substantial, y'all. That's very substantial, as a matter of fact. Listen, if you want to join the podcast, if you want to hop on the panel and talk to me, there's the link. You can join. You don't have to join. Fortunately enough, there's so much to talk about that I don't need anybody. But if you want to hop on and join, now's your time. Click that link. You're going to have to download Zoom on your phone or on your computer. I believe you don't have to download on your computer. But on your phone, I think you have to. Maybe you don't have to. I have no idea. But you have to put in the passcode, and that passcode is in the link as well. So that comment should be pinned and there for you. Once you hop into the meeting on Zoom, make sure you just let me know that you're there, because I won't be able to hear or see you. All right, I won't be able to see you. I'll be able to hear you. Let's look at some more comments here. Coffee Adams, I know you're sick of them. So, and thank y'all for the compliments here. Let's see. Okay, sound like most of the other Jews. Let me change this real quick. It's good that my comments are actually coming through. Shout out. I need some more sounds. For sure. Shout out to that. Some of my comments are coming through. All right. Exit. Shout out to my computer. I know the fan's probably a little loud, y'all. I was thinking about running some music on the podcast, but every time I do, people are like, can you please turn the music down? Can you please turn the music down? And the music will like barely be playing. And people be like, hey, can you turn the music off? So there's no more. I don't know if I'm going to do it anymore. All right, let me try and find the rest of these videos that I have going here. Make sure you like the video, ladies and gentlemen. Like the video if you're enjoying it. All right, now. Let's talk about something, all right? Let's talk about something. Oh, my gosh. I can't even open the New York Times article because they're trying to charge me a freaking $1 a week? It used to be $4.25. I got to subscribe for $1 a week. I reached my limit. I'm going to think about that. I want to say that, once again, this is all alleged information, and I'm simply presenting this to you to consume it however you'd like to consume it. I decided that we needed to go back and really look at this case because there was a few things that I found particularly and peculiarly interesting, right? And I think the more that we look at this case, that there's going to be some things that are particularly and peculiarly interesting. One thing that I want to do really quickly is I'm going to try and find one part in Impressive's video, and I'm going to try and get to it real quick because usually I'm like the freaking
She also
video
doubled
god
down on her
and
allegations
see if I can find one part in her explaining something.
of T.I. and Tiny. Some people call her a friend. Some people call her a crazy stalker. But whoever she is to T.I. and Tiny, she seems to have all the tea on them. Well, let me just say alleged tea, because all the allegations made in this video have not been confirmed to be true.
Now, I wanted to play that part for you, and here's why. We've been talking about Cynthia and Nyla, and we've been talking about all of them, and I know this has been beaten into the ground, right? But you know what? I might not even say that. To be honest with you, I might not even say it. I'm just going to say this. This situation really reminded me a lot
to have all
of a lot of things that happen or that have been happening behind the scenes, right? Being brought to the forefront. But because some of it sounds so wildly undeniable that you're like, blah, 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 what? Because you hear stories of like, oh, like, no, that can't be true. No. Nyla's not asking for pictures of people's breasts. And no, Cynthia didn't see that happen. No, Cynthia didn't dox people. No, this didn't. Because like this stuff sounds so crazy, it's kind of like people already make up their minds ahead of time because it's like, oh man, it's T.I. and Tiny. They're rich. They're famous. They got family. They're on TV all the time. They got this big support system. They're always doing good things in the community. It becomes hard for actual like victims' voices to be heard. And this is why I'm talking about this entire situation where T.I. can now, like, if this is all true, y'all, if this is all true, this is the biggest problem with this whole thing. If this is all true, and even there was one victim, if T.I. did any of this, then he's masquerading as a guy that's like a public figure in the black community. He's masquerading as a guy that's somebody who's out here in the black community doing well, who's out here being with, with children, taking care of children, acting like an uncle in the familiar role, helping to, financially support the black community, speaking out against police brutality, speaking out about the injustices in the political systems and stuff like that, just like some of the favorite content creators who we've been talking about for a certain amount of time. These things mirror each other so closely that it's almost like the freaking Twilight Zone when you just look at them and really observe them. It's like, wow, that's so similar. This lady is saying some pretty egregious things, and who knows if they're true or not. We just know that she didn't have nearly the platform that T.I. had. She didn't have nearly the resources that T.I. had, and she tried to go to the judges and to the legal pursuants and to the legal people to tell them of what happened, or somebody tried to go to tell them about a case that happened, but it was denied because it was past that statute of limitations. So the best next thing that she could do essentially was to file a defamation case, because a defamation case can at least get her some type of compensation, allegedly, right? If she's telling the truth, then that could give her some type of compensation and she could bounce back from it and to, restore the integrity and the honor of her name. Right? Because at the end of the day, just like T.I. said a few seconds ago, he's all about the protection of black women, and he believes that women in general need to be able to come forward. Well, I mean, the article said that over 30 women, I believe, or the news article said that there have been more than 30 women that came forward, and that the attorney for this case had spoken or had 11 women's testimonies. That was what the article also said, by the way, that the attorney had 11 women's testimonies presented to the judge in that case, the judge that was looking at that 2005 sexual assault case. He had 11 other women's testimonies or words on Instagram or something like that. I don't know if they were actually properly filed police complaints, but we know that a lot of women don't file sensual police reports. A lot of women don't file those reports. They never do. Most of the reports of rape and things like that are never followed. They're never followed through because they're never filed in the first place, right? Women are embarrassed. They're scared of a guy actually retaliating and doing something. Now, let's say T.I. did do this, right? This is all allegedly. Don't you think that this man would probably be a bit intimidating to her? A rapper with he doesn't have any violence in his rap sheet, but I mean, with the resources, the connections, I mean, T.I. is about as gangster or thuggish as you can imagine as far as rappers or the trappers type of guys go. I mean, he calls himself the king of Atlanta. He calls himself Tip, Hustle, Grand Hustle Music, right? These all about money, making money, and those boys live that life for a good amount of time, for a decent amount of time. Nobody really checks T.I. Nobody really ever stole T.I.'s chain, and everybody respects T.I. for the most part, right? So with that respect that comes in the music industry, something as crazy, as extreme, as violent, as dangerous, as sadistic as the rap industry can be, T.I. ascending to that throne, and then not just ascending in that throne, thriving within that environment, becoming a multi-millionaire in that crazy hellish environment, and then branching out of that hellish environment into the mainstream eyes. The dude's a savage, man. T.I. is a freaking monster with shoes on. Anybody that can do and make that many moves is a very, 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 very smart person, and they're a very, 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 very driven person, right? So driven, as a matter of fact, that not much is going to be able to stop them. And whenever you have a person like that has succeeded, but has been through a life of ultimate failures, right? Growing up in Blackistan, it does create this type of person and persona that will trample and stop anything that tries to get in somebody's way, especially when you got the resources and the money that backs you up to do it. So once again, if T.I. is guilty of this, I would suspect that some of the reasoning would be intimidation because of everything that I just said a few minutes ago, because of his status, because of his name, because of his popularity, right? I mean, look at all the people right now just taking pictures and things of that nature. That would be hard to stand up against. And then he says something in the public. Next thing you know, you're having to deal with the actual allegations. You're having to deal with your actual trauma. You're having to deal with your actual pain and suffering. as well as having to deal with millions of people trying to figure out where you are, millions of people emailing you, millions of people tweeting you, calling you this, calling you that, millions of people calling you a psycho. This is how she was able to even file her defamation case to begin with, because so many people were calling her and chasing her and chastising her. So that's how the judge was able to say, hey, you know what? No, I'm going to let the defamation case go. The statute of limitations might be gone for the sexual assault case, and I understand that even though this evidence you presented does make a good amount of sense, I can't let this go. I want the defamation case to go through because I do see that the things that T.I. has said against her have harmed her in her professional image, which might have in tune indirectly or directly hurt her financial ability, right? That's what a defamation case seeks to actually fulfill. The damages or to compensate the losses caused by punitive damages or damages that have been said online in a slanderous manner, right? Is punitive the right word for that? Am I using that correctly? I'm a college dropout here, so forgive me, y'all. I like to think I'm a lot smarter than I am sometimes, but I'm a pretty smart cookie, dude. Listen, I want to thank you once again for joining us. We're having a good conversation tonight. So this is a fascinating scene going on right now, right? A lot of legal beagle gray areas, kind of like the Johnny Depp situation.
Oh my God.
Yo, the internet is against Amber. I don't know what Amber Heard did, but there is like a resurgence. And here, I'm going to say something really quickly. Put your hats on. There is a resurgence online for the public to not go with what women are saying. There is a resurgence online for the public to not listen to what, I mean, it's interesting right now. The tides are almost kind of changing. Like we had Me Too, right? We had Me Too and everything going on like that right now, right? Me Too is like gone, done for right now. I don't know if that's the effect of the manosphere. I don't know if that's the effect of whatever it might be, but like, I know that if the same thing was happening in today's day and age with the Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation happened 10 years ago, it would have been at least like, you know, a 50-50 split side. Yo, Johnny Depp was driving out of the courtroom. Let me show y'all the video. Hold on. Y'all see that video? Leaving the courthouse? Yo, I was like, pfft. Yo, if Johnny Depp is guilty, these niggas don't, hey, they don't care. Boy, Johnny Depp is a freaking rock star leaving this thing. Hold on a second, y'all. Hold on. Yo, it was crazy. It's funny, yo. I was like, man, the court of public opinion, yo, it doesn't matter if you're guilty or not. The court of public opinion is going to get you every time. The court of public opinion is what we listen to in 2022, and that's why content creators are so powerful. That's why these digital media personalities and people are so freaking powerful now. Listen to this. Bro, it's all women, bro. What happened to Me Too? Okay, there's one guy. There's two guys. There's four guys. Boy, if Johnny slapped her, he's boy, they wouldn't care. They'd be like, so what? She deserved it. She deserved the slap, Your Honor. You go, Johnny. She deserved it. Boy, Johnny Depp got the blunt in his mouth, leaving the courtroom with the cops driving him. Some niggas are winning, and you will not stop them.
This is Sparta!
My nigga Johnny's got the blunt in his mouth, leaving the courtroom with the cops right beside him. If this isn't a sign that money in America will get you places, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I don't know if Johnny did it or not. I'm just trying to tell you guys to make money, okay? That's all I'm trying to say. That's all Kevin was trying to tell you, okay? That's all most of us are trying to say. Just go make money. Because you get to do things and operate outside the bounds of typical black and white society. I didn't mean to say black and white, meaning black and white, but the square lines that society has to operate within. You get to jump all outside that mug and get to create camouflage patterns and live life in different regions in Netherlands, right? Now, granted, get you some Johnny Depp money. Now, you can't smoke a blunt with the police in your front seat. You can't do that unless you're Johnny Depp money, okay? So we're talking at this point $100 million in the bank, all right? Understand that there's levels to this, okay? Let's back up now. All right? There's levels to this. That's $100 million money. You can smoke a blunt with the laws leading your car when you make it to $100 million in bank account. No, I'll take it back. You can do that when you got $25 million in the bank. $25 million in the bank, you can spark up in any state with the police officers in front of you, right? Because they probably already know who you are if you got $25 million in the bank. They're like, oh, shoot, this is Jonathan, man. This is THT, man. Shoot, he's a YouTuber. Oh, man, this is Michael Jordan. Oh, man, this is whatever. Sorry. I need to get my transitions down. This is whoever, so it's all good. You know, you get special privileges. You get celebrity privileges, right? I think there was another video. Let's see. All right, Johnny Depp leaving the court. Let's see what else we got here. Waving at fans. We saw that one. Let's check this one out. Johnny! He heard that guy. He said, Johnny Depp! Johnny! This was another day. Look at that. Oh, now this was another day. Jeez. All right, well. Don't hate the player, ladies and gentlemen. Do not hate the player, hate the game, I suppose, right? Guys, get your money up. There you go. That way you'll be okay either way. Hey, it's a beautiful night right now. It's a beautiful evening hanging out with all of you tonight. We just got done talking about Johnny Depp, and we're just trying to bring some light to situations, just trying to bring awareness. Just want to bring the reality of who people are, who they purport themselves to be. I believe that's important, and being the person online that you are offline, I believe that's important, that if you did do something offline, you should be held accountable to it if it was of a certain egregiousness. I do believe that. I don't believe that we should forgive and forget everything, even though the good Lord Jesus Christ says to do so. I'm not Jesus. God forgives, I don't. That's what Rick Ross said. Now, I might forgive, but I don't forget. God forgives. Does he forget? I don't know. Do you believe in God? Maybe we'll have a live stream talking about that sometime, huh? Whether or not God. Maybe we can even have people come on that have the scientific expertise. Hey, listen, your donations directly contribute to that possibility happening, to me having more interviews, to us going back to interview styles and things like that. Those do take a little bit more time and effort, so I appreciate you watching. Make sure you can share or like the video. If you can do that, that makes it go just as far. Let's look at some comments from some of y'all who are watching and sticking with the channel right now. Yes, it is a beautiful evening, says Rosie's. It's so good to see you. Even if our money is losing value, what can we do about it? We don't control inflation. Well, Rosie's, that's an interesting question there. We'll have to check it out. Coffee says they're obsessed with that, man. Organic Black says there's a video of Amber being booed as well. Okay, we'll have to check that out. Takirika says, Takirika is interesting. Speaking of money, your money is losing value. Okay, we just kind of saw that. Amber's fixer told me they couldn't get the security guards who witnessed Johnny having children delivered to him testify. Wow, that's pretty interesting right there. Jeez, we have to check that out. Isn't Mary Jane legal in Cali? Are they in Cali? Is the Johnny Depp case in Cali? If that's the case, then yeah, obviously that would make sense. That would make sense. But you know what? In all fairness, I would kind of estimate that Johnny Depp probably could smoke in front of a cop anyway and do perfectly fine. Granted, it's Johnny Depp. But yeah, I don't know where their case is actually being held in. So somebody let me know in the chat where the case is. Coffee says, I don't care about Johnny. I don't see what the hype is about. Yo, I'm not going to lie. Sorry. I'm not going to lie. Transition time. I do not like Pirates of the Caribbean. That was always boring to me, yo. It was always boring, and it always felt like it was too much. Like I couldn't really get the story or why they were trying to get the heart to begin with. Why were they trying to get the heart of the pirate, Davy Jones' heart? I don't understand. Oh, it was to save his dad or something like that. I don't know, dude. Honest truth, and Amber was booed. Oh, okay. And she was booed. Okay, so yeah, Amber was booed. Yeah, we just heard that. That's crazy. I didn't know this. I was thinking about Amber Geiger, yo. I was like, who's Amber? Amber Heard. Okay. Yeah, Johnny's got a lot of support. Trinity Time Travel Show in the building. Wow, the Trinity Time Travel Show is in the building. All right, Trinity Time Travel Show. Check out the Trinity Time Travel Show on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. She is a YouTuber, and I know that she definitely has a lot of content, and some people would say it's controversial. Trinity, I'm not sure, to be honest with you, dear, but I know that, and I've been on panels with you, so it's good to see you on the panel, and thank you for stopping by, Trinity. I'll definitely return the favor, all right? Depp molested my male friend when he was 3, and I've seen part of the tape that was made. Depp defended the West Memphis 3 for a reason. What in the heck? Angel Martin coming in with the bomb, and you've seen part of the tape that was made. Listen, this is all alleged, ladies and gentlemen, but Angel Martin, one of our viewers, said that Depp has, so that is a pretty wild comment. That alone probably is going to get the video definitely flagged. Well, Angel, that is an insane comment there. I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm saying that is a pretty crazy comment. Wow. That's why the animal supports Kevin Samuels, somebody says. Okay. Remember when he was being a predator towards his own daughter? Who was that? Who was being a predator towards his own daughter? I know I'm going way back in the comments right now. All right, let's go ahead and move forward right there. Interesting comments right there. Interesting comments. Angel with the comment of the night. Jeez. Let's see. Let's see if she ends up following up that comment. Angel said she made a show, a couple of videos about my info on him. Okay, Angel Martin, I assume that's on this channel here. Let me see if I can find that channel. I'd like to watch those videos that you have. I mean, that's a pretty serious video. You have to be careful that you don't, well, I don't know. I guess we have, people say freedom of speech to some extent. Okay, let's see. Angel, I did find your channel, Angel Martin. I found you here. All right, I'm going to check that out. I just subscribed to you. That's going to be an interesting look. All right. T.I. Anybody on the panel? No, nobody's on the panel right now. So we're getting ready to close the panel down in a second, but it's okay. We don't need people to join the panel. I can carry a stream by myself, thankfully. I can talk for a long time, fortunately, so I'm okay there. But no, nobody's on the panel. Thank you for reminding me, Organic. It used to be, and a lot of people need panels. A lot of streamers need panels. A lot of YouTubers need panels, especially on live shows, because it can be tough to continuously have fundamental liquid train of thought, but it's not too bad for me. I think I'm used to it now, and I'm happy about that. Thank God. So we've been going for an hour and 2 minutes. All right, we've been going for an hour and 2 minutes. That's good. We got time. Today. The case is in Virginia. Z Noir says the case is in Virginia. Is green legalized in Virginia? Once again, Johnny Depp can smoke in front of police officers, no matter where. Nice job with my name, Takirika says. Thank you. You're very welcome, Takirika. Not a problem at all. I try and make sure that I do that the correct way. I appreciate you. Angel said, yeah, I made a video about it too, actually. Maybe I'll email you to explain, or you can watch those 2 videos. Hunter S. Thompson was doing very similar things in my hometown, Key West. Okay, Key West, Florida. He was sharing his daughter's personal business about her sensual life. He went to the gynecologist with her. Who went to the gynecologist, Coffee? Who are we talking about here? I know we're on a bit of a delay. Just kind of remind me. My apologies. Rosie says I have a radio voice. Wow, that's crazy to hear y'all say that. Man. I freaking I listen to these live streams. I cringe so hard. I cringe harder than when I do a transition and destroy y'all's ears like that. That makes me cringe a lot. Honest truth, have you ever thought of using black nail polish? Okay. Bombs. I like it. It will go great with your hair. Wizard vibes. For sure, wizard vibes. I've been looking into it. I've been looking into the energies, the ancestors. And I'm starting to realize, ladies and gentlemen, that life is deeper than rap. Life is deeper than what we've been told, what we've seen. There's a lot that goes on in this world that we haven't been taught, and there's a lot that is hidden away from us through generations of lost knowledge. There's a lot that's been hidden from us through generations of lost time, through generations of lost, right? And so the mystic vibes that have been already kind of really talked about, and I think reinvigorated by the women in our community, is a very fascinating trend. It's a very fascinating study. It's a very fascinating look into a piece of our history. And I find that there's stuff that is talked about, and there are essences and different aspects that are talked about in the mystics that you can connect to, we can connect to as a people. And I think that has a value to it. Thank you so much for the donations for those who are donating on Cash App. I'm going to read the Cash App donations. I think I can actually. So, thank you, Angel, for donating on the Cash App. Thank you to Kirika for donating on the Cash App as well. And thank you, Plachette. All right. Thank you, Plachette, for donating. Big donation on the Cash App. Big donation from Plachette. So we have 3 Cash App donations tonight. I appreciate those, ladies. But I found it interesting. A lot of people can. And, I'm the type of person where I am very open-minded. I see that there's benefits of, Christianity. I see that there's benefits to mysticism. I see that there's benefits to this. For instance, the benefit of Christianity for me is that if everybody followed the 10 Commandments, the world would be a perfect place. Don't lie, don't kill, don't steal, don't covet, don't commit adultery, don't be jealous, don't be haughty, don't be quick to covet. What are the 10 Commandments? I don't even know the 10 Commandments. Hold on. I'm going to spar to myself. I don't even know the 10 Commandments, yo. Jesus. Can you be a Christian? Yo. All BS aside. If you're a Christian, do you know all the 10 Commandments? I'm opening a poll. Do you know all 10 Commandments? If you are a Christian. Yo, my letter R key is broken, so I'm putting the letter 4, okay? Do you know all 10 Commandments? There we go. I don't even know what they are. I have no idea what the frick the 10 Commandments are. Jeez. It's bad, dude. That's bad. It's bad. Anyways, so yeah, take that for what you will. Be a good person, though, I guess, above all. If you don't know the 10 Commandments, be a good person. I'm glad that you think I have a radio voice. Y'all don't know how much pain I went through in my life, how much trauma I went through in my life because of my voice, because of who I was, man. My voice was the sole responsibility for like the worst existence that I think a kid could have had in the 2nd grade. It was bad, man. Everybody was like, you talk weird. You talk funny. You think you're white? White kids used to be like, do you think you're white? They used to ask me that. White kids used to be like, do you think you're white? Or you talk white? Like around 2nd grade. At first, like really we didn't talk about stuff like that. When we were all little kids, it wasn't about race or nothing like that. We were all playing. We didn't see race like that. And then like around 2nd grade, I started getting because I was raised around all white kids. But then like the white kids I came up with, they eventually got to know me. But at first they were like, you talk weird. And then I go to the black church because my parents would take me to a black church on Sunday, right? And so I would get to church, and we went to a church in the inner city. We were in Saginaw. It's about 40 minutes north of Detroit. This is how you know somebody's from Michigan. They begin to describe Michigan with like using a glove, because if you've seen Michigan on the map, it looks like a glove. So Saginaw is like right here. Detroit's like right here. Anyways, I went to a church in the inner city, and like there were kids that went to the church that ended up dying, getting shot years later, all kinds of crazy stuff, right? And every time I went to church, they'd say the same thing. You'd be like, you talk funny. Like, why you talk like that? I don't know. Everybody asks me that question. I don't know. I don't have an answer for you, just like I don't have an answer for them. And so I think over time, I kind of matured in my voice per se. And then I was in the streets for a couple of years. So I think like literally being in the streets, I picked up a lot of street dialogue and a lot of street accents and like a lot of street verbiage in my voice. So now at 31 years old, my voice is like this mix of proper, like mostly proper. There's not much like bass in my voice. So when people are like, oh, you have a radio voice, that's kind of crazy, because to me, a radio voice is Howard Stern, and I'll let y'all hear Howard Stern's voice really quickly if you're not familiar with him. And so hold on, radio voice. Howard Stern's got like a crazy radio voice, but I thought like, you had to have a deep voice to be a radio guy. Oh, let me not show that because that's definitely gonna get copyright struck. Let me check this out.
Shady,
there it is.
By the way, you don't know this, is very hot for the Good Morning America weather.
That's that to me was like, whoa, that's a radio voice. Like,
Know this is very hot.
That's crazy. Now, they use like stuff and he uses equipment to make his voice sound lower too. So his voice is deep. Don't get me wrong. Howard Stern's got like the craziest voice ever. His voice is super deep already. But they use stuff to make it even deeper though. But that's what I thought like a radio voice had to be. So when I used to listen back to my live streams, I'd be like, yo, this is like, oh my God. I was like, jeez, bro, this is so cringe. I couldn't even listen to it. But then y'all were like, oh, it sounds good. I was like, wow, they love me. They fucking love me. And I love y'all. So it's cool, man. It worked out. It worked out. Shout out to my voice, man. Shout out to y'all for appreciating it. There's uniqueness. You don't have to be the same. Hey, I'm not going to be like a lot of other, radio people, but I try and do my own thing and people like my own thing and I appreciate them for liking that too. So I think that's what it was. It was me just recognizing and understanding, right? And then being able to walk in that confidence and be like, oh yeah, dude, okay, cool. You might not be what you think you need to be, but dang it, somebody else thinks that you're something that you need to be. Somebody else values and appreciates you for what you need to be. And that's what I think the overall better message of that entire thing is, right? That, hey, I'm not the perfect person. I don't have all the perfect equipment to try and do what I'm trying to do in my life, but I'm going to keep pushing forward, gosh dang it, until I get to where I need to be. I'm not going to blame everything, and that's why I have such a problem with the manosphere. That's why I had such a problem with Kevin Samuels, right? That's why I had such a problem with that dialogue, that discussion that women need to acquiesce to the man's desires, that women need to lower their standards, that women need to do this. No, it's the other way around. The main message needs to be that guys got to elevate, because once you do that, it ends up becoming better. Your life will become better. Things just become better. If you fail, you even fail better. If you get into a relationship and it's the wrong woman, it's going to be a failed relationship better, because you're in a better position overall, man. You're just in a better position overall. I saw something earlier, and I'm gonna get messy again here for a second, right? I saw something earlier, and I saw this from the Oracle Speaks Reloaded, right? The Oracle Speaks Reloaded put this out. This is super, super, super rabbit trail messy. I don't know why, but I just feel the need to talk about it right now, so I'm gonna talk about it for a second. The Oracle Speaks talked about this. The sisterhood is experiencing a civil war, and we might actually go through this as well and talk about it a little bit on the following live streams. But this is what we discovered would happen. Who was this? Live about Claudia Jordan? I don't know who that is. Sisterhood Civil War, Sister George and her problematic male-identified commentary about little girls. Now, I have listened to about 20 minutes of this. This is a 4-hour-long live stream. This is going to be my next kind of project, because I'm going to start kind of rewrapping this entire discussion or conversation back to some of the problematic YouTubers who are in these content creation spaces still, right? Some of the problematic YouTubers who we've discussed. And I know that there are people, and you know what? I want to say this. There's a woman who commented that she does love watching Cynthia G, and she watched all the videos I did on Cynthia G. And she commented that she loves watching Cynthia G still, and she didn't have anything bad to say about me. Now, I want to say, and first of all, kind of really, say a few things about this. This is a very, 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 I got to really tread on ice with this topic here. You can't appease everybody in these types of situations, because if you do, you end up pissing off everybody. But she said, I love watching Cynthia G and I love watching you. And I knew what she was trying to say. I'm not going to put her comment up. Yeah, if you do enough research, I'm sure you'll see her comment up. And so I think I'm going to keep going forward with my rhetoric. And I appreciate you watching me. And I know that you do have allegiance still to Cynthia. And I appreciate that as well. I'm going to continue to speak the truth, or at least the truth that I perceive it to be. And things that I know are not the truth, I'm not going to say going forward, okay? But once again, I do want to make effectively clear going forward that I am taking a stance on this particular issue, this particular side. But my stance has always been that Cynthia could have handled the situation much better. All she had to do was simply apologize for everything that happened in regards to the doxing that she witnessed for years and years and years. And all she had to do was come forward and say, hey guys, I know that we don't necessarily agree on everything. We don't see eye to eye on this particular situations. But me being the protector, me being the leader of certain movements that we're talking about, that we're trying to popularize franchise on YouTube. I want to just put a good foot forward and do this. And she didn't do the best good foot forward, in my opinion, especially to the women who need to be looked at for have the best foot forward placed for them, because not all the women are even have the ability to run in the same race that we're talking about right now. And so the content creators right now have a big responsibility, and I simply want to make sure that we're effectively pointing out the responsibility that content creators not only have, right, but the responsibilities that they not only have to themselves, but the responsibilities that they have to other people that they like and that they don't like. Okay? Let me say that again. Okay, I need to distinguish that very quickly. Content creators have a responsibility to people that they like and people that they don't like. Okay, just because you don't like somebody doesn't mean that you can go forward and try and ruin their lives in congregation with other content creators. That's what we need to start addressing more of now going forward. And once that is addressed at that level, I'll let this thing ride on out. But until this is addressed on that level, you can rest assured that THT is going to continue to go hard in the paint because there's a need for it. Why? The same need that you claim needs to be there to begin with. Black women. The same need that you claim to be admiring the channel for watching and admiring our community for. And we have an amazing community on this channel. We have a community of ladies who are awesome, man, who are talented, who are smart, who are doing crazy big things in life, and good, and guys too. We have good dudes on this channel, man. We have some good guys on this channel, some good black brothers on this channel, for real, man. We have some good brothers on this channel. Yeah, we had a brother. Well, this was like a year ago. He emailed me, so I'm like definitely faking now. So it was like a year ago. But he watched me. He emailed me. He's like, "Yo, bro, I'm married with kids, and I'm glad to see you doing your type of thing, yada yada yada." And he was backing up me saying the stuff about black males at the time. He was backing that up. He's not even backing up this new thing anymore, but I'm sure he probably is, like, hey, man, I appreciate you sending the counterbalance and the counter argument saying, hey, there are good black guys out here, and we need to identify some of the problematic things that are happening on the other side as well, only because it negatively affects the same group that we're trying to protect, the most disenfranchised to begin with, and that is. Okay? So I understand that you might feel like it's an attack. I get that. I understand you might think it's an attack, and it seems like, damn, Truth, you're just switching sides. No, I'm not switching sides. I'm just trying to make sure that everybody is on the same side and that you're on the side with everybody that you think is on your side as well, all right? That's all I'm trying to do. Getting back to the Sister George situation, the last thing I want to say to the Sister George situation is that Sister George is the same woman that bought Ramil Amir's YouTube page for $5,000. If you don't remember who Ramil Amir is the YouTuber who was caught trafficking minors, right? The article is right online. We talked about this a few months ago. He pleaded not guilty, I believe, or maybe he did plead guilty. He was charged for it, but he was not convicted. I forget. We'll talk about it and we'll reboot it in 1 second. But Sister George is the one that bought his YouTube channel, okay? Now, Sister George has a bit of a spotted past as far as this kind of goes, and this entire defending types of guys. Her channel is, let me go to it really quickly. What's Sister George's channel? I don't even know what it is. But when they first bought it, they named the channel Women One, right? They named the channel Women One or Feminism One or something like that. So this is the name. This is it right here. This is the channel right here. Black Women Don't Give a Dang About Your Mental Issues, featuring Mr. Eshin. And so she goes through, and I assume that she talks with Mr. Eshin, which is a guy right here, and kind of just dispels some of the rumors per se, or maybe she solidifies what some of the guys have said. Another video that you see titled here is "Are We the Leftovers That Kevin Samuels Spoke About?" ? Right? So she's very in alignment with, or she's very black male identified. As a lot of the divested community will say, right? Somebody has a video and they're live premiering it right now. It says that Sister George doesn't give a damn about your daughter's mental health issues. Let's check it out. Reaction satisfaction.
Disingenuous.
Boy, I tell you what, YouTube, whew, you want to be a YouTuber? You better understand what you're signing up for. Everything you do in your life is going to be right on the internet.
Wait, you do it. Like you've been doing several times in this broadcast.
So,
Yeah, I mean, I think, we can have a well-rounded discussion about it. We know that boys are victimized and so are girls. Like, no one is saying one sex is being victimized. Well, we're not saying that one sex is being victimized and the other sex is not being victimized. I think that in many instances, it's like, boys don't have a voice in the conversation, or
They
the
don't
conversation.
have a voice in the conversation.
Right.
They don't. Most boys don't report. If you are talking to a certain age group of boys and these boys are if a 14-year-old is sleeping with his teacher, nobody's really gonna bat an eye at that. Even with her sentencing, even if it's found to be true, she's not even going to get the same amount of time as if when a man does it.
That's true.
They're not going to even get the same sentence.
Davis.
So advocate to change the laws, not.
Oh, this is Commendable K's channel, y'all.
About the subject.
This is Commendable K's channel. So he's Commendable K's live right now. He's a subscriber, y'all. So I didn't know that's his channel. Reaction Satisfaction. Check it out. D-Darrell's in the channel right there. Ramil, look at that. Remember how I'm always talking about the fact that things happen, y'all? When I'm talking about them and things happen, it's like, wow, how are things happening just like that? Like, we just got done talking about Ramil Amir. D. Darrell said Ramil has a record a mile long, but they did business with him. D. Darrell just told you what I just got done telling you. Sister George paid $5,000 to Ramil's for his YouTube page because Ramil's YouTube page was not making a lot of money. So she bailed him out. She gave him $5,000. He gave her the YouTube page. And Ramil started another YouTube page right now, and his new YouTube page has more subscribers than his old YouTube page. We're going to have some conversations soon, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to be uncomfortable conversations. I know as a lady it might be a bit difficult to hear them. Right? But it's very interesting, some of the conversations, and I'm not going to, once again, and my goal, my agenda is to not to attack. We just have to be very honest and we just need to make sure that we have and we recognize everybody who's on the side that we claim or that you claim to want to be on. And I say that only because I want to make sure that as you go out into the world, you don't, for the sake of recognizing a similarity or somebody else, or for the sake of somebody else saying a key word or a hot word that triggers you and you thinking that, oh, I have an ally in this person, or oh, this person really cares about me, or oh, this, or oh, that. I don't want you, and I want to make sure that you don't, and that you limit yourself to potential exposure, right, to potential hurt, to potential pain by building up somebody or building up the character or building up the conceptual idea of your favorite content creator based off of the words that they say online versus their actions offline, okay? And in order to do that, to separate effectively, there's going to be a little bit of hurt and a little bit of pain involved, just like for the guys that got upset when I called and they were really upset at me saying certain things, and they'd be like, well, truth, I just don't, it's like, okay, bro, I get that, and I'm glad that you're doing your thing. I'm glad that you're doing your thing. You're just a part of the minority. And I congratulate you for doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. So that'll be, and I know I keep warning you, right? I keep warning you, but I got to say that because a lot of new people watch these, and I just want to do that. I hate to stir the pot, but I know it can seem gaslighty, but I just want to make sure I keep saying it because I don't want it to seem like I'm attacking, I don't want it to seem like I'm attacking because that's the last thing I need. And like, oh, truth is, he's just attacking. No, we need to talk about, Sister George, paying a guy that did some pretty egregious things $5,000, but now, granted, I understand she doesn't have a lot of support. I understand that y'all probably don't even watch Sister George. I get that for sure. Just some things that we gotta have to talk about it a bit. Organic Black says, I think one thing I've learned is that we as viewers shouldn't go around attacking content creators on behalf of other content creators. $50 super chat from Organic Black. Huge super chat from Organic Black. I think one thing I've learned is that we as viewers shouldn't go around attacking content creators. I know you saw a dollar amount right there, right? On behalf of other content creators. We don't know these people in real life, and some of them aren't as innocent as they portray themselves to be. Look at minding my business with the red membership logo right there. Minding my business with the red icon. She's been a member for at least 3 months, I believe, or 2 months is it? I think it's 3 months. And then 4 months you get the rainbow color, I want to say. Or maybe it's the other way around, you know. Or getting back with a $50 bomb. It's so true. We got to make sure that if you disagree with somebody, right, that we can still have an amicable conversation. And that's why I do love what she said so much. I love that she's like, hey, I like this. I still watch you and I watch Cynthia. It's like, okay, cool. You know what? If you can still watch me and watch Cynthia, as I might still say some things that you don't agree with, that's maturity, in my opinion. That's maturity. Maybe some would say, okay, well, that's complacency, and that's actually placating into the problem a bit because you're not making a stance. But I would prefer that, maybe not making a stance versus going to the other side and being completely radical and then not wanting to watch me at all because you feel like, oh, I'm trying to just, you know, be whatever, or you don't think that I'm telling the truth, or, you know, I'd rather you be in the middle for a good amount of time then and maybe play both sides for a little bit of time, just being completely frank and honest with you. I think that is healthier than just being on the other side and, as Organic Black said right here, going on behalf of your favorite content creator and trying to do irreparable damage or doing irreparable damage in the name of what exactly, right? And this is another facet. A lot of people, and I do understand this, and this is why we do talk about content creators, and this is why we will, going forward, make sure that we address content creators and the things that they've done in the past and the things that they continue to do. But a lot of people go forward and, you know, they invest really heavily into content creators, right? They invest their time. We invest our money quite literally into content creators. I've donated to content creators. You've donated to my channel. We invest our time, which we say time is money, right? We invest, and I said this on the stream earlier, but I made that stream earlier members only. So if you want to watch that, you can become a member and watch that live hangout stream. All the live hangout streams, by the way, in the future are going to be members only to give back to our members and for becoming a member and for keeping the membership active. $5 a month, ladies and gentlemen, you can do that. But it's, I don't even know what I was saying at this point, right? I don't even know what I was saying. What was I saying? Anyways, I'm just rambling. Okay. I'm not for everyone says, I think more males are afraid of that conversation than us. No offense, honest truth. All right, I appreciate that. I'm not for everyone. JJ said, I don't understand how anyone can feel that you're attacking Cynthia G. Well, I got a lot of... Well, jeez, I'll tell you what. Listen. I'll show you some comments. That right there shows you the problem. Even the black men doing the right thing or whatever are too pathological to realize they are the minority. That's a good, interesting good thing right there. Honest truth, her problematic comments were on the Faith Factors channel. Okay, we'll check that out. I'll check that out. Let me go ahead and write that in my notes, as a matter of fact. Organic Black, really quickly. Actually, you know what? I'm going to screenshot this and send it to myself in a second. When I check the screenshots, I'll see it. What if you do YouTube on non-controversial topic? Won't that insulate you from public scrutiny? Yes, it will. But when you don't cover controversial topics, you know, the reality of the situation is, you know, you won't have as many people watching because people do like to watch controversy. So what you have to do is you have to find the best of both worlds. You need to find a way to envelop interesting facts that can actually teach in a progressive way controversial subjects and titles in YouTube channels, right? So what do I mean by that? You have to find a way to turn controversy into something that's actually meaningful. And this is called clickbaiting in some instances. Some people claim that this is, you know, clickbaity, or some people claim this is whatever, bait and pull. But a lot of people don't want to, and we've seen this in the past, right? Just like the manosphere doesn't want to watch videos about real estate. You don't want to watch videos about necessarily, or sometimes, I guess, maybe as a lady, you don't want to watch certain videos that have to talk about, or, you know, this from a certain perspective or that from a certain perspective. I don't know. I'm not a woman, so I can't really even make something up. But insert your favorite example of whatever here, public knowledge of trying to make you a better person or a better woman or a better guy. It might not be what you drift towards or what you gravitate towards. For instance, what I mean, you're a lot more likely to click an article that says a man finds $1 million in a store, or man jumps off of a building, but does he have a parachute, versus clicking a story that says become a better person with these 5 simple steps, right? You'd be like, no, negative. I'm gonna see how this person found his $1 million. This is why the news is always controversy. The news is always somebody either losing their life or something bad happening or this or that. It's because we are programmed to want to view tragedy. We like to see tragedy. It helps us feel better about our own lives. It helps us see life through another perspective. It's a very interesting perspective and paradigm that we love to kind of put ourselves very close to adrenaline, put ourselves very close to precarious situations, put ourselves, we like to be fans of people who live lifestyles that are very farly alternative to what we could ever live. And we love going to rock concerts and seeing people tatted up, and we love the rappers tatted up or your favorite actor and this, and that. We love to live vicariously through people's drama and through people's trauma as well. Right? This is why we consume so much of reality TV, which is nothing but drama. This is why reality TV exploded. This is why YouTube has exploded the way it is, because we love to see, it's not necessarily trauma, because most of the things on YouTube aren't trauma per se, right? But the reality TV trauma, dating, messy type trauma sector is a growing sector on YouTube. Blackistan, if you will, sector on YouTube is definitely a growing sector on YouTube for sure. And it makes sense as to why. We are hardwired as people to love trauma and drama, ladies and gentlemen. And that's just the case, right? That's the reason why if you see a car accident on the side of the road, people are like pulling up popcorn dang near and like sitting on the side of like they've never seen an accident before. And you're like, dude, it's a car accident. Can we keep things going? People are like, they got into a wreck. Look, they got into a wreck. Look. It's like, God almighty, dude. Only reason I get so upset at that is not because, and it is because there might be somebody hurt, but because I legitimately had to be somewhere one day, and I was beyond late. I think I was going to Denton. I think I had a gig in Denton, like a piano gig, I want to say, or something like that, and 35 was backed up. I was like, and when I passed the damn wreck, bro, it was a motorcycle. It wasn't even a wreck. This is the best part about it. It was a motorcycle talking to a car. Oh, Okiana, I wish you could too, my dear. I wish you could too, but I'm glad that you're here, Okiana. I'm glad that you're here. There's a lot of things I hear you, Okiana. One day, my love, one day. You keep hanging in there. Technology's advancing, and congratulations to making yourself a better person. In spite of all your hard beings, in spite of all your trials, you're still making yourself a better person. Drop the bomb for you. Drop the bomb for all of our supporters. I want to thank you for the latest Cash App donator right now. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are not...
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, we still got this party rolling. We ain't been ejected yet. No ejectocito, cuz. As Tyrese said in Too Fast, Too Furious, shout out to Paul Walker. If you were in the members live stream, you would have heard me playing my song earlier and dancing, going crunk to it. It's members now. Having said that, though, thank you so much, Tracy, for that Cash App donation, for you supporting the show. Tracy supported the show. She appreciates that. I appreciate you, Tracy, for everybody still appreciating. And for everybody still watching, thumbs up if you haven't already. Thumbs down if you have. If you decided not to, I'm sorry. Don't thumbs down if you already thumbs up. That doesn't make any sense. Organic Black says, oh my gosh, I heard what Sister George says. It was crazy. Yo, I heard a split second of it. I was like, what in the hell is Sister George talking about? I don't know what timestamp you were at, Organic Black, but I was like, what is going on? What is she talking about? And what is she doing? I don't get it. I don't know if she's just trying to be the new Jessica X. I don't know if she's trying to kind of come into because here's the thing now, right? Here's the thing. The thing that's like getting hot now is being the person that's going against your own people type of deal, right? That's what people like thought I was doing. They were like, "Oh, you're pandering," right? So I think that there's going to be more people, like more black guys, and we've already seen, right, that are going to have more messages talking about how bad black guys are, right? You're going to have more sisters maybe having messages of sisters. We need to tighten our game, but the problem is, it's done just disingenuously. It's not done genuinely in those situations. They're not legitimately trying to get sisters together to become better. They're not trying to get brothers together to become better, right? They aren't. Most of them aren't. Some of them might be. But the alternative is, let's say they are legitimately trying to actually help their same demographic by going hard and trying to expose the fallacies of black guys. For instance, me as a black guy, right? A lot of people don't even know that, to be honest with you. I guess you do right now because we've switched and we've kind of moved all around. But for the people who just kind of watched her, they saw me. For a lot of ladies, the first time seeing me was through Divestment or Divest series that I had. And they were like, "Why are you talking badly about, divestors? But I heard that you were talking about this a second ago." And so they had no idea that I used to talk about black guys, right? And so, anyways, I said that to say that it's kind of off the beaten path, but that is somewhat of the new move. I don't know if Sister George is trying to do that a little bit by trying to be maybe that type of thing. Then, of course, you have the Jessica X situation, right? Where Jessica X is a lady who is pretty much a lady that is placating to the guys, and no matter what they say or what she says, they can do no wrong, right? And in this case, Jessica X is even having problems. Let's get back to the comments now, though. All right. Check out Caravan to Midnight, Ultimate Radio Voice. Okay. Organic Black says she also got made fun of for her voice, too. Organic Black, I appreciate that. I'm in good company then. As a matter of fact, I'm in great company. The best of company, ladies and gentlemen. It's not necessarily the deepness of voice that matters. It's the intonation, I think. All right. You know what? I think you're spot on. That is what makes a good voice. It is the intonation. How you say things. I love visiting Sagatuck. It's so cute. Okay, I'm going to have to check that out. Sagatuck. Takirika says she loves visiting Sagatuck. Where's that at? She says she used to get the "You Talk White" comments too. All right. Hey, we got some more. I appreciate that. That can be difficult for a kid, man. It's like, man, I talk white. Man. What are y'all talking about? I talk white. Angel said Christianity isn't about the self-righteous works of the law. Isn't about self-righteous works of the law. It's a little bit of a run on there, Angel, but I hear what you're trying to say. Let's watch the Ten Commandments movie and count them. And Diana Prince with the comment of the night. We need to watch the Ten Commandments movie. And hey, listen, we've been talking about T.I. and Tiny. I am not, Rosies. I am not. I am. I know I don't know the Ten Commandments. We've been talking about T.I. and Tiny. It's been an interesting development here. I'm going to close the poll out, and I want to do one more poll for you still watching. We're going to close the current poll that we have, and we're going to do one more poll still watching. Listen, the results from the poll right now, do you know all 10 of the commandments? Do you know all 10 of the commandments? 58% of you said yes? What? Y'all really do? 42% said no. We're going to end that. 31 votes. 58% of people know all 10 commandments. I'm legitimately thoroughly shocked and surprised. Here's the last poll question. I cannot believe that. Do you believe T.I. and Tiny are guilty of some sort of sensual or physical assault, ladies and gentlemen? That is the question there that we are asking for the polls. There we go. I want to hear you and what you have to say there. Hey, we're going to be wrapping this up. We're closing out the Zoom meeting. We're going to have some more people in the Zoom meeting next time. I want to give you a huge shout out to Zoom for being there for us. End meeting for all. End meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, I stopped by the other day and I made a little vlog video, and I think it's going to be for members as well. And what it was is I was walking and I saw this weird little tree area section across the restaurant from the entrance of the restaurant. And so I walked over to the restaurant, and it was like this amazing canopy of trees, and it had stones, and it was a steep descent. It was stones, nothing but rocks and gravel and stones. Big stones, dude. And then trees and bamboo trees all around it. And I was like, what is this, like Cambodia and Texas? What the hell is this doing here? And who put like bamboo trees there? So I filmed the video. You'll be able to see the trees. I filmed a video over there because I was like, I'd never seen such a vegetated area like this, and it looked amazing. I was like, dude, I just want to chill here and do various activities here, various Christian activities, Bible study, right? Bible study. And I filmed a video there. It was amazing. And that was my new thing that I did that day. I went on an explorative type of trip, and I stood there for about 5 minutes or 10 minutes before mosquitoes came and promptly started to eat me up, which you'll see on the video vlog as well. So having said that, you'll see that. Go do something new. Go do something interesting tomorrow. You only live one time, y'all. So go do something. Go get out. Go get out. That's very crucial. And especially with everything going on, sometimes we get in rhythms where we just don't unplug, man. So invest in yourself. Go to that restaurant. Pay $20. Pay $25 for lunch. Pay $50 for lunch. Go get that steak dinner if you want. Go watch that movie by yourself if you want to. You need to make sure that you unplug from the matrix that is this world and that is YouTube, right? Sometimes we don't purge ourselves as often as we need to. All right? Make sure that you check out the Purge stream. I appreciate y'all so much. And the results from this poll right here are 100%, wow, 100% yes. Now, it's only 6 votes, but 100% yes, you think that T.I. and Tiny are indeed guilty of something. Hey, we're going to keep an eye on this. If there's any more development, I don't know if there is going to be, because there hasn't been for a long amount of time. If there's any more development, though, you can guarantee that I am on it, and I'm going to keep an eye on things. I appreciate so much you for being here tonight. Take care of yourself, ladies and gentlemen. To my late night owl crew, I hope that you continue to work effortlessly. I hope that this tiredness does not affect you. I hope that the lights in the building are not bright enough to where it starts to get you angry like it started to get me angry when I was at Amazon, because it would be 3 o'clock in the morning and it felt like the sun was inside of the Amazon warehouse. It was so bright. I said, I don't know where they got lights this freaking bright from. They must have got it from Amazon.com. That's the only thing I can logically think of. And my goodness, they were bright. Anyways, wrapping this up tonight. We're going to be back tomorrow, y'all. You already know we're going to be back tomorrow. I got some more pre-recorded videos getting ready to drop. I love you so much. So much. TheHonestTruthYT@gmail.com. Probably not going to do collaborations, but if you got a business or something and you don't mind maybe putting into it a little bit, or if you have a great business and you don't mind me maybe giving you a bit of advice before I bring it onto the platform, we might have to change a few things and get a few things changed for you, okay? If you don't mind that, give me an email. I look forward to talking to you. You live one time, ladies and gentlemen. Always remember that if you do decide to purchase a firearm, and if you decide to set it right beside you, that you get a holster that it can securely sit in, safe and snug. They even have some holsters that can sit on the wall, which I plan on getting in 1 second. That way it's always in reach and it's always safely secured, covering that trigger, ensuring that you don't have a negligent discharge and that the worst doesn't happen to yourself or to somebody else that you love around you. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jonathan Truth THT. I will see you in the very near future. Until then, take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, keep your head on a swivel, and remember, you get one chance to dance. So make sure that we have our dancing shoes ready, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your morning. I will see you in the mid-morning with the midday break, as well as the next live stream tomorrow night at 9:15 Central Time, ladies and gentlemen. Truth Seekers out. Have a very good night, y'all. I love you.